I get the top while I skeet up. Swerving through lanes, I am limitless. For the ones down, I said free up. I start to question with.
Yo, how's it going, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about Phasmophobia. It is a virtual reality or PC horror game. It came out in 2019. It is a lot of fun. I've played it. I probably have close to 200 hours, something like that, on Steam. I've had a blast with it, but playing the game, I've started to notice a lot of things with level design that I haven't really noticed before. So I figured we'd dive into that today and learn a little bit about what makes Phasmophobia so interesting and keeps drawing players in even 2 years after its release. The goal of each level in Phasmophobia is to have a different experience each time you load in. This is done by having the encounters and rooms change each level. So the point of going into the house per se in Phasmophobia is to find the ghost room so that you can find out what type of ghost you're dealing with so that you can leave and win, right? And so having the ghost room change each time you load into a level makes the game different each time you load in, which leads to an addicting and fun experience each time you load into the game. So you might play the same level 3 times in a row, but each time you play it, it'll be different. Another goal of Phasmophobia is to make you feel small as a player. So most games, they like to empower the player, make you feel strong and comfortable in the environment they put you in, but Phasmophobia, being a horror game, wants to do the opposite. So while they give you the ability to prevent some cases of you dying in game, the ghost is always going to be stronger than you are. There's no way you can prevent the ghost from getting you, in layman's terms. This helps create an environment where you, the player, feel like you don't have control, which in turn makes the experience much more frightening. Another goal of Phasmophobia is to provide the player with a reward for exploration. The player can find bones and Ouija boards that can help the player either in the level or after the level with money. These aren't a guarantee in each level, but if you as the player go around the entire play space, you can be rewarded with an edge in the level. Talking about the structure of each level in Phasmophobia, the entire game focuses around like an object-oriented level design, with the ghost room being the quote-unquote object. The player enters the level and tries to locate the room in which the ghost resides in. A lot of the times this can take an entire game, or you can find it right off the bat, which again makes each level you load into different than the last. Another point I really wanted to make with Phasmophobia is the colors that they picked for each level. Each level is like dark, with blue and purple making up most of the visual color in the game, and these choices weren't unintentional. They subconsciously make the player uncomfortable and scared. Those low wavelength colors like violet and blue and green subconsciously make you as a player uncomfortable and not safe feeling. Whereas you have games that focus in red and orange and yellow and bright colors that make you feel different emotions such as like love, comfort, and happiness. That is not the case with Phasmophobia. Everything is dark. Another awesome thing Phasmophobia does is give you a flashlight, and that might seem like a simple decision, but with the entire level being dark, the flashlight, while it helps the player, it also mitigates the player by narrowing their field of view. With the levels all being dark, the flashlight reinforces the feeling of being uncomfortable. You can't see as much as you might want to. Another fantastic thing that the developers of Phasmophobia did was give you a safe place in each level, which is the truck or van you arrive on. Now this might seem simple and kind of basic, but having that van be bright and colorful makes you feel safe before entering a dark and moody level, which is all the more frightening due to that stark contrast. Perhaps the most daunting part of the game, though, is the ambient sounds. There's no happy music, not even menu music, just silence. And that silence is accompanied by your loud footsteps in games and characters breathing. But undoubtedly the most crucial part of all the sounds in the levels are the random ghost events which can occur. From a voice whispering in your ear to footsteps behind you in-game, each level is filled with random ghost events that add to each level's atmosphere. Apart from the random ghost events in the forms of sounds around you, you can also have more tangible physical ghost events that keep the game interesting as well. Whether it's doors opening and closing, lights turning on and off, all the way to the ghosts just straight up appearing in front of you, the game provides seamlessly endless possibilities for how a level could play out for the player. Alrighty, so I'm going to be cutting the music right about now, and I'm just going to let you guys watch and see all the things that we talked about play into effect. So I'm going to shut up now. Enjoy. All of these factors tie into why Phasmophobia, in my opinion, is a fantastic game, which explains why thousands of players keep hopping on each day to scare themselves. I hope you all learned a thing or two from watching, and don't be afraid to try out the game, although it's definitely better with friends. Make sure you like and subscribe to keep up to date with my posts, and I'll see you all later.
I'll be on my way.